Hello and welcome to the fishing adventure. You join me back down on the club ticket on Newpool, back down here again, fishing the opposite side from where I did in the last little 24-hour session vlog, up on peg 21. If you think it looks a bit different today, that's because it does. That's because I've got some new toys. Look how fantastic it looks. Ooh. So I've done a bit of a slight upgrade. I've got a new lens and I've got a new camera as well. Spoilt myself a little bit. So the lens, for all you geeks out there, it's a Canon 10 to 18mm wide angle lens. So before, you'd have seen me like this at 18mm, which is the widest my old vlogging lens went. Now we can go all the way to there. Hello. Keep on looking at the screen again. I need to stop doing that. So that's the new lens. We've got a new camera body as well. I've upgraded to a Canon 80D. So that means you guys are looking at me in 1080p, 60 frames a second. Ooh. That's if you've clicked the 1080p button on YouTube. Make sure you do. Otherwise all this will be for nothing. So I've upgraded the quality quite a bit, which I'm really happy about. It's been coming a little while, to be honest. I've been watching my videos back and just the picture quality wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. Doesn't improve my capturing skills, but it improves the end result, as hopefully you're seeing right now. It's also a little bit heavier than my last camera, but there we go. So getting away from the technical side of things, back to the fishing. I haven't been out for a couple of weeks. You've still been watching videos of mine because I had quite a few lined up. I haven't been out for 2 weekends now. There's a bit of a timestamp for you. This is the weekend of Carp in the Park, the Total Carp magazine Carp show, if you like. This is that weekend. I feel like it's going to be a good session. I've got 2 little rods out at the minute. I'm a little bit late getting here. It's about 7 o'clock, don't know. I'm here till about midday tomorrow. I've got 2 rods out. I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see what's crack-a-lacking in this new beautiful wide angle. So there we go. I'm going to zoom in as much as it'll let me. There we go. So I've got 1 rod off the end of that little pad there. If you remember the last in-session vlog, that's where I had a couple of bites from, right off the end of that, so I'm fishing to the end of that from the other side. My other rod, my right hand rod, is fished out to this big tree here, about 45 yards out, something like that. So that's what's happening. Back again, hello. I've got 2 little hinges out. I've got a pink Northern Special on that I had the bites off last time off that corner. I've got a white Northern Special out to the spot, and then I've fired a load of the Northern Plum out the HF angling bait. Fired a load of those out in 20mm and 15mm just to mix it up a little bit, because why not? So that's what's happening. I'm feeling quietly confident. I've had a couple of line bites on the right hand rod already, so that's looking good. Oh, forgot, sorry, I've got an apology to make. If you follow my Facebook page, you would have seen that I've given away 2 tubs of my little pop-ups, and from my naming the series video as well. I haven't posted them yet, I'm really sorry. But here, look, I will show you. I will show you, hang on. So here, hang on a second. Let me sort this out. There's lad line on the bed, look. So these are your 2 tubs of pop-ups right here. Okay, ignore the names on the tubs. They are white sticky krill pop-ups. There they are. So they are coming along lovely. Here's the other one. There's the other one. Oh, they stink. Absolutely stink. So, they are coming along. I'm sorry that I haven't posted them out to you yet. I've sort of neglected it a little bit, but I am back on with it 100%. You will have those in the next 10 days. Quite a lot of work goes into making them perfect, I'll be honest. They could have been done sooner. My fault. But quite a lot of work goes into doing them. It's layer upon layer upon layer upon layer. It takes quite a while. So, they'll be out to you soon, but I'm sorry, you know who you are. Can't remember your names. Apologies. On the way to you. Okay, all that is left to do now is hook a silk pig. That's all we've got to do. Everything else is done, baits are in. Just need to have a bite off a dirty silk pig. It's been a couple of weeks. I need to catch a fish. So it's getting a bit dark now. The dark sort of crept up on me quite quickly, to be honest. I've recast my little margin rod to the left hand side, put a different type of rig on it that I'm not going to bother showing you unless it works. I'm just trying something a little bit different. So I've done that. I've had a bit of a savage liner on it as well, so it is quite close in, so any type of line bite's going to be pretty savage for the distance, which is promising. Nothing else to report of yet. There's been a massive fireworks display. There's a guy now singing Mustang Sally somewhere over that way, don't know where. It's quite nice. There's a big moon coming above the trees, so it's a lovely evening. We're going to settle down. We've just had some bacon sandwiches. Going to settle down for the night. Nothing to report yet, unfortunately, like I say. But let's hope the night brings something. I'll either report back to you in the morning with some nice pictures, or depending on how big the fish is and what time it is, I'll get the camera out during the night and do some video work then. Fingers crossed. And I'll catch up with you in a little bit. So good morning all. Bit of a quiet night, to be honest. I was really hopeful for a bit of a bite or a couple of fish maybe, and it stayed quiet. I was woken up about an hour ago, about 6 o'clock, by an absolute screaming take on my open water rod. Jumped out of bed, hit into it, nothing there. Absolutely nothing there. And that was on a helicopter rig with a Ronnie rig on it. White Northern Special pop-up over quite a big spread of 15 and 20 mil Northern Plum. Put a fair bit of bait out there, to be honest. Probably put 3/4 of a kilo out there in sort of half a tennis court sized area. I hope that they start grubbing round and capitalise on it maybe with a couple of fish. That didn't happen. So yes, that's my update this morning. I've now got a cup of tea and I'm being bombarded, and I mean absolutely bombarded by seagulls. I can't get any bait out there of any sort whatsoever. I'm going to show you. Watch this. Now, the carp have been on the top this morning. I've been watching them sort of milling round, especially during the night. This massive sort of scums appeared, which looks like debris off the bottom to me, all sort of rised. It's all sort of rised up to the top. There we go, we're back again. So, I thought, ooh, there's a chance for a bite. Maybe not. The pouch falls out there. While we're doing that, my alarm's just started oh! Fish on! And again. And again. And again. So that's two fish gone. And the seagull thing I mentioned. That's the seagull thing. So welcome back. I've got the rods all sorted again after missing another fish. So what I have done is my left hand rod is now what was my right hand rod. So my left hand rod is back out on that spot again. Zoomy zoomy. In line with this tree here. down there, about 45 yards out. That's that one. My right hand rod, which then used to be my left hand rod, which was over on that corner there on the new rig that I was trying out, and just didn't do anything. So that's now changed over to a 5-foot zig. It's about 5.5 foot deep out here, maybe 6 foot if we're lucky. And that one is screamed out as far as I can get it in that direction. There's been a lot of fish showing. You can't see it very well with my new shiny lens, but there's been a lot of fish shows. Here's scum line just here. Just beyond that, there's been quite a few fish crashing out and things like that and showing around there. It's probably about 85 yards, something like that. So I have put a zig out there, 5-foot zig, screamed that out there, bowstring tight line to that one. So that is what I'm doing currently. Feeling confident again. I've even set up a floater rod, set up, hook bait on there ready. I just can't get any baits out there at all, of any shape or form. As soon as I get the thrown stick out, seagulls are here. As soon as I get the catapult out, seagulls are here. Just can't get any bait out. There's 7 seagulls in total, and I can't get anything out there. So, oh, hi, sorry. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to wing it with singles for a bit. I've got a fair bit of bait out on that open water spot. I put out last night and had 1 bite off it, so I've got to act as if all that bait's gone, really, haven't I? And I can't get any more out there, which is unfortunate. I had led around yesterday when I got here, out in the clear water, and I didn't find anything. It's all the same. It's all silt, leaves, just choddy filth, really. There's nothing softer, nothing better at all. It's all the same. Had a good lead around. I basically covered an entire arc from that tree all the way over to that house there. Covered an entire arc there from about halfway across, which is about 45 yards or so, and back, and didn't find anything different apart from thick choddy silt. So hence, hello squirrel, hence helicopter rig, Ronnie rig, pop up over a spread of boilies. Lovely little squirrel. Hey mate. Lovely. You probably didn't see any of that squirrel at all on this lens. Well, we've got to take on the negative side. It's gone right round to the left.
Dad.
Yes, mate?
Is that fish?
Yeah, man. Taken from the open water spot. But it's gone right round to the left. Now he's heading right round to the left, underneath that barley straw holder. Sorry for the shoddy camera angle. So we're finally into one. Lad's finally awake, sort of. Hang on, mate. Here we go. And in. Get in. Here we go then. It's a lovely fat little fish actually. Bit of a character. proper fat little fish. Hang on, let me just cover him up a second and see if we can just zoom me. There we go, that's a bit better. So rig wise, this is on my helicopter setup. With a little Ronnie rig, hooks pop straight out on a size 6 hook. I normally like to use a slightly bigger hook, size 6 hook, with a little pink Northern Special on. There we go. Get that out of the way. Proper big flipper on it. Right, let's spin him round. Probably a mid double. There we go. Proper chunky little fish. Proper chunky little fish. Very happy. Nice little forehead on him. Say probably mid double, something like that. Really happy with this one. Just have a look at this a second. He had a bit of a graze on him. Bit of water on there. I'll take one more look. We'll get him back in. There we go. We're off the mark, we haven't blanked. Lost 2, landed 1. Get in. Mwah. Let's get him back in. So there we go, we've finally caught a fish. I'm going to very, very briefly show you the rig that I caught the fish on, just so you get a general idea. I'm not going to go into depth too much about it, I'm going to show you very quickly so we'll get it straight back out there again. So here we go. It is called Palisafe, 3.5 ounce flat pair lead, and then resting the camera on my knee we have hybrid Conda hook link down to Ronnie rig. Quite a lot of putty on there. Pink Northern Special pop-up boosted just how I like it. And then what I'm doing, a little bit of foam, trafficking the hook, folding it over like so. And that's how I'm fishing it. I'm using the foam because it's so choddy out there, I really want it presented well, so foam will come off after a little while. That obviously gives me the opportunity then when the foam hits the surface I can get the throwing stick out and chuck some bait around it as well. So there we go, very brief overview. I'm going to get straight back out there and hopefully, fingers crossed, we might get another one. Something very, very quickly that I've just noticed, and I apologise profusely, my microphone hasn't been plugged in properly this entire session. Fits in differently on the 80D than it did in the 750. You've got to really click it in there to make sure it sits in properly, and it hasn't been, so all the audio up until where I was showing you the rig is off the camera's microphone, so it'll actually be a good test to see how much better that is than the 750D's mic, because the mic on that 750D is bloody awful. So it'll be a nice little test just to see how much better it is. Anyway, back to usual viewing. The sun's out. It's a glorious day. Carp are on the surface-ish here and there, but I can't get any bait out to them because of the seagulls. So the bottom bait is still out, and the zig. Anyway, back to usual viewing. Well, we've got another one. Same spot again. Keeps going and going and going and going and going. There we go. Same spot again. Just as I was about to recast my zig, this little terror ripped off. I'll tell you what, the fish in here fight so hard. Wow, nailed. Absolutely nailed. That rig that I showed you previously. This is the exact rig. There we go. Absolutely nailed in the bottom lip. It's got an amazing scale pattern on it. Absolutely wicked. A little bit of mouth damage, so we'll treat that in a second. Lovely. Right. Let's get her up for you. Maybe about the same size again. Maybe a little bit smaller. There you go. Look at the scale pattern on that bad boy. Probably about the same size, maybe a pound less. Like I say, they put up an absolutely mega scrap in here. Come on, lift it up. No. Oh, nearly. Put a mega scrap in here, absolutely rock solid fight. The speed they kite at out here is unreal. I haven't seen carp this fast in a long, long time. But there we go. Wicked little mirror. Let's get it straight back in because it's getting a bit warm now. I don't want to keep it out for that long. Get the bait back on the spot again because that spot's done 4 bites now, 2 fish. So let's get it straight back on that spot again. See if we can snatch another one. Brilliant. Thank you.
In these last moments I will speak, my mind carries me It's just a static electricity.
Well, unfortunately, that is the end of the video. It's got a bit warm. It's about 11:30 now. I need to be off by 12 o'clock. So it's time to go home. Still plenty of fish out on the top though, especially off the corner over there, a little bit further out as well. Something was crashing around down here. I think it might have been a pike after some of the little fry and things like that, but let me get back to the sunlight. Hi, back again. So yeah, that's the end of the session. 2 fish, not too bad. Still lost 2 as well, which I'm a little bit gutted about. My landing to hooking ratio isn't that good in this lake at the minute. I've lost quite a few fish. I'm not sure why. Might have to look at the rigs in a little bit more depth maybe and see if anything there might need changing. Other than that, still enjoying the water. As you can see by the fish, they're wicked little fish. Yet to get into the bigger ones. Really had a couple of 20 pounders and a couple of upper doubles I think now, but really need to get into those sort of upper 20s before I can move on from this place or feel like I've achieved something. But for me, that's it. Thank you very much for watching again. Oh, one thing I do want your help with actually, sorry, I almost forgot before we sign off. I'm overdue a line change massively on my spools at the minute. I'm going to change over, I think, 'cause I'm only fishing here for the time being. I think I might put some fluorocarbon on. Main reason is it's really abrasion resistant, things like the snags over there, and also it sinks like a brick, so it'll really hug the bottom contours really well. So I'm thinking about putting a fluorocarbon main line on. Thinking about maybe the new Ridge Monkey one, maybe, not too sure. If any of you guys use fluorocarbon, leave a comment down below, let me know which one you use, let me know what's good, what's not, and I'll let you know how I get on when I buy some. But for me, that is it. I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching.